All right, we're back again. We just talked about convection. Now we're going to talk about radiation. Now, radiation is a little unique. Remember up here for convection, we said it has to have a medium or some type of matter to move through. Well, radiation is a little different. It can move through matter, but it doesn't necessarily have to have matter to move through. So it can move through empty space. So let's first define it. Radiation is the transfer. Again, we're talking about transferring, which means energy is moving, not changing forms, but moving. Radiation is the transfer of energy along electromagnetic waves like light waves and radio waves. Now, the thing about radiation that's different than convection and conduction is that it doesn't require any medium. So we're going to add that right here. No. Which means it can travel through empty space. Now, the example we're going to draw over here is a fire. And again, I'm a very talented artist, so prepare to have your minds blown by the best artistry you've ever seen in your life. So, draw that, that. Oh my gosh, this is turning out better than I thought. So good. Okay. Oh wow. This is good. Oh my goodness. Mr. Clifton, eat your heart out, man. I mean, look at this. Such a good artist. And I don't want to brag, but look at that. That's it's beautiful. And it's super realistic. Like everybody right now, you're looking at that. I don't even need to tell you what that is. Everybody knows that that's a pile of logs for a campfire. It was just so realistic looking, you know? All right, and there you have it. You got these logs on fire. Okay, logs on fire here. Now, obviously, that's got to have a lot of thermal energy because we all know that fire is really hot. But the thing about radiation is it's moving out in all directions from that. So what you're gonna see is all these little waves. Remember, it's moving through electromagnetic waves. Okay. So I'm gonna draw like little squiggly lines with arrows, and these squiggly lines with arrows represent the electromagnetic waves that are being emitted or shot off of the fire. Now, if you were standing in front of this fire and one of these waves hit you, which it would if you were standing there, it would feel warm because you would feel the thermal energy from the wave enter your body. And when that happens, it's going to feel nice and warm. So if it's on a cold day, you're in luck. It's going to make you feel warm. Such a good drawing. I just can't get over how good this is turning out. Okay, now you probably don't want to show this to your parents because they'll probably get all jealous that I'm so good at drawing and stuff. But, you know, if you want to show your mom and dad or your grandma or your grandpa or whoever, you know, you can show them this. You can show them, look how good my science teacher, he teaches science, but he probably could teach art because that's so awesome what he did right there. And it's helping me learn about radiation. Okay. All right, so that's radiation. Moves through electromagnetic waves, no medium required. It can move through empty space. As a matter of fact, that's how energy gets here from the sun, electromagnetic waves. And that's how the sun heats the earth. The last thing we're going to talk about is conduction. Now, conduction usually happens in solids. Okay? Conduction usually happens in solids. And with conduction, the two objects have to be in direct contact. Sorry, bros and brodettes. Mr. Snell came in the room while I was recording a video, so I had to pause it. We're going to pick up right where we left off, okay? Okay. Now, like I was saying before, I was interrupted. We're talking about conduction now. So we're going to define conduction. Conduction is the transfer of heat between objects or substances that are in direct contact. Now, this is key right here. Direct contact. That means that they're touching. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw a picture again. Another beautiful one to illustrate this. I know. That is super realistic looking. You're thinking, what in the world is that? Well, I know it's a skillet, guys. It's a skillet. You know, like a metal skillet that you cook food on. Okay? And underneath the skillet is going to be flames for heat. Okay? So we got the flame under here applying heat to the bottom of this. Now, it's going to touch the bottom of this, right? So the heat is going to begin to travel through the material. Now, what's going to happen is the heat is going to begin to